Okay, Glenn, so last time we were doing some exercise on distance, speed, and time. And you may remember at the beginning of that part of it, I said to you that we draw a triangle. And this sort of help you remember what the formulas are. The triangle here has got D on the top, which is for distance, S on the bottom left-hand side, which is for speed, and T over on the right-hand side, which is for time. And this sort of helps you actually remember the formulas for it. So for instance, distance, which is up here at the top, is speed multiplied by time. And just remember that there's only one of that, that's the only one that uses a multiplication, okay? Speed, which is over here on the bottom left-hand side, well, it's D on the top and T on the bottom. It's distance divided by time. And then the time, which is over here on the right-hand side, well, that's distance divided by speed. Distance divided by speed. Correct that there. Okay, and on the sheets I've sent to you, there's a couple of exercises. I'm going to do one or two in each one just to get you started. And you can have a go at the rest of them and do as many as you can. You don't have to do them all, and because we can finish them in the class next Thursday. So taking sheet number 1 there. So what have we got? We're looking for speed. So the first thing I would write down is speed. What's the formula for speed? Well, speed is equal to distance, which is D, divided by T, which is time. And here we're given both these pieces of information. So distance is 240 kilometers, and the time is 3 hours. And put that into the calculator, or just put 240 divided by 3. Well, that gives us 80. And speed is always going to be in kilometers per hour, meters per hour, or meters per minute, or meters per second, whatever. But in this case, it's kilometers per hour. You can write it like that, km/h. Okay, so that's number 1 on page 1. Let's just move down to, say, number 5. We'll just do that one with you. So that. Okay, so number 5, what are we looking for? We're looking for speed, which we know is distance over time. And in this case, we're given that the distance, in this case, is 240 again. And on the bottom, it's 2 hours, 30 minutes. Now, you have to be a bit careful here, because we can't put 2.30 underneath here. 2 hours, 30 minutes is actually 2.5 hours. So that's going to go in as 2.5. So you have to convert the minutes into decimal. Remember I was showing you some of those. And then it leaves the sum a little bit easier. So you divide 240 by 2.5. I just need to get my calculator for that one. Glenn, just to work it out. I should have it here. So 240 divided by 2.5 in this case is going to give us 96. And again, that's 96 kilometers per hour. Okay, so that's 2 of those done there. The rest of them, I say, have a go, do a few of them yourself. I'm going to move on now to page number 2. Okay, so page number 2, we're looking for the distance here. Okay, so in this case, we're looking for distance. The first thing, it's not a good idea to write down the formula before you start, because then you're on the right track. And we know that distance, from the formulas up here at the top, we just roll back up to show you. Distance is speed multiplied by time. So it's S multiplied by T. Okay, and we'll pick on, say, number 1 again. So number 1 on page 2. Number 1 on page 2. So what are we given? Well, we're given the speed, which is 26. And we're given the time, that's 3. And the simple sum then, you just multiply 26 by 3. 3 6 is 18, 3 2 is 6, and 1 is 7. And that's just 78 kilometers, because it's distance you're talking about. Just let's try another one. Let's try number 4 on that sheet. So again, what are we given? Well, we're given the speed, which we know is 44. And it's 2 hours, which is 2. And that just simply gives you 2 by 44 gives you 88. And that's also kilometers, okay? So now we'll move on to page 3. And on page 3, what are we looking for? We're looking for time. So again, I'm going to write the formula down. First thing we do is write the formula. So time formula is equal to, and we'll go back up the top just to check it. So time is equal to distance divided by speed. So it's D over S. D over S. Distance divided by speed. And again, we'll pick I would pick one or two. Yeah, we'll take number two. Number two. This is on page 3. So number 2. So we have the distance, which is 270. And we have the speed, which is 45. I'm putting that into your calculator, which I'm going to do on mine, just to make sure I get the correct answer. So it's 270, clear my calculator. So 270 divided by 45, and that gives us 6 hours. 6 hours. Okay, I didn't spell that very well. 6 hours. So I'm just going to move on now, and we'll do one more off that page. Let's say we pick number 6. Number 6. So this is on page 3. So number 6, let's see what we've got. Well, we've got kilometers speed. Sorry, we'll go for the distance first. Distance is 192. And that's going to be divided by the speed, which is 64. Oh, just 1 second. Go back and correct that. I don't know what happened there. And there's 192 divided by 64. So let's just put that into the calculator again, just to be sure. So 192, and it's divided by 64. And that gives us a very easy answer, 3 hours. And if you just have again, Glenn, have a go at a few of those and do your best to do as many of them as you can. If there's any of them proving difficult, we can go through them with you on the class on Thursday. So I wish you the best luck with that, and we'll see you on Thursday. Take care. Thank you.